The bed of this 1987 Chevy El Camino could use a little updating. So in this video, I'm going to show a little bit of love and use this Herculiner roll-on bed liner kit to toughen it up a little bit. So let's take a look at what comes in our kit. We've got our directions, which we're definitely going to use, chip brush, and then 2 application rollers, and a gallon of the Herculiner. Now additionally, I have another chip brush, some 100 grit sanding blocks, painter's tape, and some cleaner. I'm using Simple Green, but you could use anything. You'll also probably want a couple clean microfiber towels. And a couple more items you'll need: a paint tray, a paint stirrer, and probably some sort of step stool. And possibly some paper towels in case you screw something up. So this is El Camino and not a normal truck bed. So this gallon is plenty to coat this thing twice, which is exactly what we want to do. If you were doing a truck, you could do a 6-foot bed with a gallon. You'd probably need additional for a 8-foot bed. The process for an El Camino or a truck is the same though. So the most important part of this job is the prep work, and that's what we're going to do first. Now this is a several hour job, and when I say several hours, we've got to clean the bed and then sand it, and then after that we'll apply 1 coat of this paint, and then we have to wait 1 to 4 hours, and we're going to wait 4 hours at least, and then do the 2nd coat. So make sure you've got all afternoon, or you could do like what I'm doing and split it up into 2 days. I'm going to do all the prep work tonight, and then tomorrow evening I'm going to go ahead and put 2 coats of the Herculiner on it when I've got a spare 4 hours to put 1 coat on, wait 4 hours, put the 2nd coat on. The first thing we want to do is determine exactly where we're going to apply the Herculiner. That's important to know so you're not prepping things you don't need to prep. For instance, the tailgate on this El Camino sits flush right along here. So we're right here, right here. So I am not going to put Herculiner here. I am going to put it over here though. We will be putting tape on here before we lay down the Herculiner. Another thing you want to look at is things like this. Looks like somebody put a deck screw in here, a drywall screw, a couple of them. So I'm going to pull these out. Another item to look at on here is these. This one's actually a little bit loose, but I don't think I want to take these off. I'm going to leave these on and tape over them. And that's because these use flathead screws on this. And yeah, I just don't trust taking these out and then putting them back on that they'll be tight at all. So there's a bunch of them in this bed. I'm just going to tape those off. So also on the El Camino, I think we'll run a tape line right along here. And we won't go above that, even though that might not look bad. If we Herculine that. That might be a game time decision, so we'll see. I'm going to prep this the same way that I'm going to paint it with the Herculiner. I'm going to start up here and work my way to the back. That way I don't paint myself into a corner. I already used the leaf blower to blow all the trash out of here, so you might need to do the same. So we're just going to start in the corner and then work our way around. Now don't worry, I'm not going to bore you and make you watch me clean the whole bed. Let's jump to the sanding part. All right, now that our bed is mostly clean, we're going to do a little bit of sanding. Now I've got a bucket of water here, and I'm using this kind of sponge, 100 grit sponge. And what I'm going to do is, I want to come all the way up to this. So I am going to go ahead and sand up here. And I'm going to go around the entire bed and do that. And I'm going to sand around these, right up close like that. Once I've done all of them, all the way around and done all of the edges, then I'll go back and do this. But I'm going to get the hard stuff out of the way first, so then all that's left is just back and forth on the bed itself. Again, I'm just getting all the corners, all that kind of hard to sand stuff. I'm getting that out of the way first. It's really all about the prep work. You get this right, and that Herculiner will stay on for a good long time. You mess it up, and well, it could peel. When I'm done with this, I'm gonna hose the whole thing down. So it's almost dark and I'm almost done, but before I hose it down, let me show you a couple things. So as it's drying, you can see like low spots that I may have missed, but the deal with this is someone painted over the blue with black, and then the black has come off in a lot of places. So where you see the blue here, that's just where the black is gone already. And these low spots, there's still black there. But anyway, let me hose this down. Okay, now we'll let that dry overnight, and tomorrow we'll be putting on the Herculiner. Time to start taping off everything we're not putting bedliner on. Alright, our tape is in place. I've taped off all the places that I don't want to get any of the bedliner on. If you're doing an El Camino like this, the reason I'm not doing this is actually when it goes up, there's a lip here, rubber lip here where it seals, so this does not need any bedliner on it. Also, there should be a seal there that's missing on both sides, but again, we're not going to put any bedliner on that. You can see the bedliner where it's going to end here. Also, I've taped off those. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use our chip brush, and we're going to go around all of the edges. We're going to go around here. We're going to get in all of the corners here, just like you would if you were painting a wall in your house. At least that's the way I do it. I like to get the hard part done first. All right, let's open up our can that we have not shaken. Just kidding, that wasn't even a can of paint. You know, they didn't include a paint stick, and that's definitely needed. Okay, we're gonna use our paint stirrer, and yeah, that stuff is really thick. Just look at the goop at the bottom. Right, so we gotta stir this. This is definitely gonna take 2 hands, so. All right, now that we are stirred, not shaken, we're gonna go ahead and pour some of this into here, and we'll start the cut-in process. As I said earlier, I'm gonna start with the hardest part and work my way around. I'm gonna go ahead and get these corners here. I'm going to go ahead and get these seams as well. You might want to wear latex gloves, or you might not. I'm not planning on touching this stuff, so... But hey, accidents happen, so... If you have some runs like this, just... go over it real quick with your brush. The roller's going to smooth all that out anyway. I'm going to go ahead and roll out the tailgate first. Normally I wouldn't, but since I'm making a video, I will. We go ahead and get our roller completely coated, and then just like so. Don't let your roller dry out. The kind of gritty stuff that's in here, that'll be gone, and you'll end up with a textured finish that's not very even. So just always make sure your brush is loaded. You'll just wind up with a better finish that way. So you really want to get good coverage on this first coat, but just remember you are going to do a second coat. Now see, I kind of screwed up here what I should have done here, and I'm going to fix that now, is I should have gone ahead and got in here where these bolts are at, because I can't get down in there with the roller. Now yes, this is going to kind of undercoat these bolts in, but I can live with that. I don't think I need to open up this tailgate for anything. And of course I screwed this up right here, so now I need to go find some paper towels and wipe that off. Alright, problem solved, crisis averted. Here's another section I should have hit with a brush, right in here. This is probably El Camino specific, but definitely get that. And maybe just go ahead and get that little section right there too. Okay, while I'm here, let's get the brush loaded up. And I'm kind of doing this, going back kind of this way. The problem is this lip here on the bed. The roller is too wide. So you kind of gotta get that. It's not exactly easy, but just go as smoothly as you can. Now, let me see if I can. There, you see I kind of straightened out that corner where I just loaded it up with the brush. And now it's smooth. This stuff kind of self-levels. You just got to make sure you get it complete coverage. Otherwise you're going to have a problem. Okay, I think you get the gist of it. Let me get this first coat done and then we'll take a look at it. Here is our first coat completed. Now this took me, probably about an hour. So give yourself plenty of time to do this. This is not dry. I literally just finished this. I went ahead and used our chip brush to brush what was left in here back into the can. I used about a third of the can, which was what I expected to do this El Camino bed. So we're going to use another third of this can on the second coat. I do have a second chip brush that I may or may not use. I'll take a look at it after it dries to see whether or not I need to do any more cut-in work. We'll see. Now it's about 7 o'clock at night. Sun is going down about 8:30 tonight. So tomorrow, after work, I'm going to put the second coat on here. Now you have 24 hours before you've got problems. So I'll probably be doing this tomorrow about 5 o'clock. So barely within the 24-hour time frame, but it's going to be fine. So I'm going to close all this up and I'll be right back tomorrow. Time for our second coat. I've got it turned around so that we're not in direct sunlight. It was earlier. Looks pretty good. You do want to look and see if there's any spots where you may have gone a little thin. I don't really see any. I went pretty thick. Yeah, here's a couple right here. So be sure to pay good attention to that. All right, we get our lid off. This stuff's really sticky. Remember how I said earlier, if you have some gloves, you might want to use them? And I ignored my own advice. I'm going to ignore my own advice again today, but yeah, this is from yesterday, and well, that's not coming off. So I highly recommend you wear gloves if you've got some. I'm using my own chip brush. I'm going to go ahead and do all the edges again. And I'll just take our bucket. And we're just going to start all the way in there. This is the second coat. Just going to get these seams really well. Going to go ahead and get those spots that were hard yesterday. This corner in here. Right through here. A lot harder to see the second coat. So you really got to pay attention to where you've already done. Well, battery ran out while I was working on the other half, but here is what it looks like completed. It is not dry yet, still wet. We used about as much material as I thought. Looks like we got about a third of a can left. So if you're doing a full-size truck, you might actually need a little more than a gallon. So keep that in mind. If you're doing like an 8-foot bed, 6-foot bed, you could probably get away with 1 gallon. Let's let this thing dry overnight, and then we'll pull the tape off and take a look at our final results. Okay, it's been about 24 hours since I did the second coat, and yeah, it looks really good. One last thing you might need is a razor blade to help you get the tape off. You might just need to slip it under here, under the tape, just to help you get that off a little bit. Okay, here's the finished product. Well, that definitely freshened up the bed in this old El Camino. It was pretty simple to do. If you can prep and paint a wall in your house, you can probably do this. Remember, the prep work is the key. Now, if you want to know what this is going to look like in about a year, be sure to subscribe. There'll be more videos on my El Camino. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you down the road. I almost forgot. There's links in the description.